Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Taurus reading. The new moon is occurring on Friday morning on the west coast of the U.S. As a reference for those of you around the world, you are welcome here. I'm honored to be able to work with you wherever you are. There are 5 planets in Taurus, including Jupiter, which is moving into Taurus as we speak. There's also a couple of planets in Pisces and Mars and Venus in Cancer. So the synergy of water and earth is really supporting us to ground into our material structures, into consistent routines that help us and motivate us, support us to attain our desires. So let's get started, Sagittarius, with your overall energy. The King of Swords. King of Swords is your relying on your ability to be logical. You are very comfortable in the world of ideas. This is you committing to those things that you know are true for you and structuring your life, structuring your relationships around these truths. This is very much about not only setting clear boundaries, but also curiosity about the experiences of others. So at this time, you may be recognizing the difference between your beliefs and those of your allies or familiar supporters or relationships, but you're also understanding that you can interact with those ideas positively. You can detach yourself from your emotions quite easily, and you can be curious. You can prompt questions. You can raise discussions. You can actually negotiate from a place of intention, the intention to learn more, to listen, to ask questions, to be curious about the opinions and the values of others based on their experiences, which may be different from yours. This is really helping you to be a supportive advisor, a supportive counselor, a supportive friend who is able to hear what is being said underneath the emotional display. You are really using this ability to detach yourself from your emotions to focus on the way in which your ideas, your beliefs, your intentions structure your reality. In the position for the Sun card, we have the Devil. This is really showing me that you are working in a very principled way with those things that you know are toxic in your experience. This toxicity may be the result of very close relationships, family members, lovers, spouses, people you work with, colleagues. You may recognize a pattern that you yourself have been invested in that you now recognize is not supporting you, is not helping you, is actually keeping you a sense of being chained to something that you no longer recognize serves you. The expectations of others are rarely for your support, but most often so that others can get their needs and their desires met. And you're recognizing that your serving that has limited you and stripped you of your desire to have your own needs addressed, have your own desires recognized. And so you are working in this very principled way in a very deep area of your life, your past, looking at your relationships, owning responsibility for the role that you've played in never asking for what you wanted because you didn't believe that that was your role. You believed your role was to help others unselfishly, unstintingly, their existence, their survival depended upon your support in whatever way. And that doesn't necessarily mean just material, but the sense that you have not practiced how to ask explicitly, state, agree to your terms, to what you want, to what you desire. And you're facing this head on. In the position for the Moon card, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Both of these cards are really about how you work with others. And I'm seeing how your ability to face yourself, to be honest with yourself, to detach yourself from the powerful emotions that have controlled you in the past, a sense of responsibility, a sense of guilt, a sense of remorse, of grief, of inadequacy, whatever the emotions are that have motivated you in the past, you are looking at those and owning those. You are actually looking, as this is part of your exploration towards doing things differently. In order to break this pattern, to break these chains, you are recognizing that you must explore and create a plan that allows you to mimic what you now see are potential successes for you. You're looking around at other ways of doing things, not believing perhaps the family myth that this is the way it's supposed to be, in this particular way where you are feeling pretty much like a failure on your own terms, in terms of not ever feeling free to pursue what is best for you. And in that way, you now recognize that's not the world, that's not the whole world. You are exploring the world, looking at other ways that it can be, and making choices based on your desire to do things differently. In the present, we have the Two of Pentacles, and this is really a description of this process that you're going through where you're looking deeply at your past and your behavior, your conditioning, your family of origin patterns of relating, your position in the family, the sense of not being enough or being the one who must take care and keep it together. You have rejected that role and you are exploring other ways, but it is difficult because you are in many ways unfamiliar, uncomfortable with the new opportunities you see because they feel differently to you. But you nevertheless are committed to what you now know, to the wisdom, to the truth that you are mastering for yourself in all your relationships. And you are using your curiosity, your desire to learn and grow to help you sort through this old way and a new potential lifestyle, a new potential goal, and a new reality where you are accountable to your own desires, your own potential, no longer allowing others to deny that to you, to hold you back from that. In the past, we have the Eight of Cups. And indeed, you have already begun the process of leaving behind this familiar environment, family, relationships, marriage, co-workers, organization, job that you've learned all you can from. You are ready for a new challenge and pursuing who you are and the possibilities that you have learned about, are learning about, because you're curious, not because the old way, the old relationships are encouraging you to strike out into a direction of your own, but because you have had to do that on your own. You've had to recognize that this is not your place anymore, that their challenges are what you are desperate for. This new knowledge, this new understanding, this honoring of your gifts needs to find its place in the world, and where you're at is not necessarily where that place is. And when I say where you're at, I don't just mean your physical location. I don't even mean your physical location. I don't even mean your job. Whatever it is you've been doing, you recognize you need a greater challenge. In the future, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and here it is. This is what you have created, this new opportunity, this gateway into a new direction, a new way to claim your wealth, to claim your abundance, and to build wealth as a result of that. This is the opportunity that you have created, that you have longed for. No matter what your age, Sagittarius, no matter what your other astrological markers, this is a time that you have created on new terms. This is you not running away, not fleeing, not bouncing off to a new adventure, but this is an adventure you've created, you've grounded, and you're here for it. I'm going to clarify the Two of Pentacles in your present with the Five of Cups and the Temperance card. Beautiful. And here we're in the realm of relationships. A lot of what you recognize has been toxic in your own behavior has led to the disappointments, the heartaches, the regret, the remorse over lost love, lost relationships that you were sure were destined for you, but that never amounted much except into a pattern of giving your power away and then being absolutely devastated that rejection, difficulty in accepting those rejections for what they were, until you were able to recognize the pattern that is leading you now to a gratitude for these lessons. As some say, rejection is protection, and that's precisely the position you're in right now. The rejections you've experienced have protected you from a false sense of security. And despite the frustration, the sadness, the exhaustion you feel from repeating relationship patterns that did not serve you, that left you feeling unfulfilled, having given yourself completely away, you're now recognizing that you are stronger. You've built a relationship with yourself. You have learned to heal that relationship with others through this relationship with yourself. Being honest with who you are and what you need, irrespective of what you've been told, who you were, and what you could do. You're not running away from that. You're not rebelling that. You're simply creating what you believe is the opportunity for you. You are healing yourself, and in that way, you are allowing yourself to step away from these painful emotions in your past. And this isn't just romantic relationships. This is relationships with family members, relationships with friends, where you feel that you are constantly grieving the same dysfunctional pattern. This is a beautiful indication that your healing has allowed you to create the opportunity that you deserve. I hope that this is resonating for you, Sagittarius. If so, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I appreciate all the love and support that I receive from you. And I've pulled the Rose Quartz, and the key words are self-love. I approve of myself and love myself deeply and completely. This is incredibly perfect. And from the Hummingbird Oracle, in honor of our beautiful spring in the Northern Hemisphere, I pulled Epic Journey. We've flown so far already. You've flown so far already. Keep your gaze on the horizon, for you're almost there. I look forward to seeing you next time, Sagittarius. Until then, namaste.